Hi everyone, this is your interviewer Farah and I have here with me Tanko Hadia. Welcome. Can you please introduce yourself and the organization you're representing?
So my name is Jadeeyah. People formally call me Thank you, Jadeeyah. I am currently the global marketing strategy consultant for Samsung Electromechanics, or also known as Solum, and the CEO of Twin Rams Media. So I've been in the industry for around 12 years, doing marketing substantially globally across all cultures, plus 160 plus languages. So doing the same gig for the same for a long while. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the introduction. Allow me to congratulate you for the award. How does it feel to receive such recognition for your hard work?
That is actually a bit astonishing on my end because in where I came from, a lot of, like the perception of who I am comes from my background, especially having a bit more of a public family. So people doesn't really expect me to, really do some career full throttle, if that makes sense. People would always think that I should abide with the restrictions or whatever life was afforded to me. So this is a very refreshing thing because ultimately the fight against having your own career with my with my family and the community is actually somehow justified now that I actually do something like for a living, and it's good. So that it's a bit of a bit of a refreshing thing, if that makes sense. And it's also very inspiring, I suppose, to keep doing what I'm doing. Hopefully, that women in our community, right, in our nation, will also be inspired to, like achieve something and fulfill whatever they wanted to fulfill.
That's very inspiring and definitely something to look up to. So congratulations again. What is a piece of advice that you would give to someone who wants to go through the same path as you have?
Well, ultimately, first is having very good discipline, right? When I was, when I started anything, my career or any decision, in my perspective, there was a lot of setback because there's a lot of things that I wasn't supposed to do. There's a lot of limitations because again of what I represent. Being the only daughter of the Maharaja, it's a bit difficult. But the other side of things is that if you are persistent, you know exactly what your heart truly desire. I know that's a bit cliche, but if that's something that you really want to push forward and you do whatever it takes, definitely has to be ethical. um, then and like you come from the heart, you're honest, you have a good discipline, self-discipline, and that you are actually you take good care of people around you, don't overpromise, then I think you can actually like achieve anything. Ultimately, it really comes from yourself because you cannot doubt yourself at any moment. Once that self-doubt comes in, and especially in this day and age where a lot of people are not really going to be supportive also of what you're doing, especially if it's out of the box, if it's unorthodox, right? For them, it's like you should just stay by the path that is afforded to you, right? So there's nothing wrong with that, but to actually go beyond that and to take a different path is a path of like the less, I mean, it's a path less taken, they say, and it's going to be a lonely road. But then again, that's where greatness starts in itself. So because you're taking something that a lot of people are not willing to take, risk taking in itself, but also understand that taking a risk alone is not, like without having to consider factors, without like assessing also really honestly within yourself what you can do and can't do, right? Like having that vision also would not necessarily provide you that result you wanted. However, if you're honest within yourself, these are some of the things that you actually are willing to do to be able to achieve your goal, then at the very least it saves you a bit of headache and heartaches along the way and a lot of money. But if you aren't, and then you're gonna have to learn that the hard way. But ultimately, you can't give up just because something or some situation doesn't seem to like be right at that moment. Yeah.
It is very important to have a plan or at least the first few steps figured out when you're taking a risk. So that's great piece of advice. Thank you so much. How has the conference been for you so far? Were you able to network with a lot of people here?
Yes, there's actually a very interesting place to network. Absolutely. When I was starting off early in my career, I've been doing marketing for 12 years. I think I've mentioned that earlier. I was a bit shy. I was a bit shy because of the point. I mean, because of the fact that people might perceive me differently. What is she doing? Marketing with people, blah blah blah. But again, going back to your first question earlier about, like what are you, I mean, how do you get there, right? It's really trying to like put down that barrier, like it's not competing with other people, but competing with yourself, that you could always do better next time. So right now I'm enjoying it because I've attended tons of conferences wherein I had to like break that self, limiting belief that I shouldn't be like, networking, that I should be just, like just talking to people around me, not aggressively talking to anyone. But now it's like, yeah, I can talk to anybody because of that. So charge that to the experience. But on a normal day, if you haven't done that, then I would encourage you to keep attending conferences like this, especially because it's not only just limited to marketing, right? It's a lot of conferences are also happening at the same time. So you're not necessarily just meeting people from the marketing industry. You're also meeting like people from the internet industry, healthcare and whatnot. So that is a very good platform because ultimately you are not just, I mean, if for you to be a successful business person, people say that no, there's no rich hermit, right? Or successful hermit, for the lack of reference. So what you can do is attend conferences. If you're not really the person who can ask a person, like in a subway or in a building, all of a sudden introduce yourself, you're not the pitchy type, then this is a perfect opportunity for you. Or if you're not the person who likes to go out, sorry, then that's another, this is a platform for you. So I do feel there's a substantial value, and they've been doing this for quite some time, and so you're in a good hands. Yeah.
We're really glad to know that you're enjoying your time here at the conference. And I think conferences such as this, where so many people from so many different backgrounds are all coming together to share ideas and share different cultures, that's incredible and it's very inspiring. If anyone would like to reach out to you for advice or collaboration, where can they find you?
They can send me a snail mail. No, just kidding. No, so you can actually just search www.twinrams.com. That's our website. Overall, you can find me on LinkedIn. I'm sorry again for the formalities. My name there is a bit more formal. LinkedIn, it's HRH Tengku Jadeeyah. And you can also, like find me on Instagram, although that's not, that's for fun only, wink, wink. It's basically showing you guys that you can actually have fun, work really hard, and also be successful, and play an important role in your community. So you can, just dial that up, or you can email me at deya@twinrams.com. Yes.
That's perfect. Thank you so much and congratulations again.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me.